Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth, and this video will be short, but it's going to be the first one of the day. I like to do a video before 9 o'clock in the morning, because 9 o'clock in the morning is usually when I like to start my work. And sometimes in between times I'll make videos, but on this, I want to give you a little bit of prophecy. I know you're hearing all these false prophets giving you a word of knowledge, this, that, and the other, but I'm going to give you a word of knowledge today as to what's going on with the Most High. You got to understand one thing has to be clear, is that God does not think like us. Think about how you think. And think about the times where you had an intuition or you was right about something. The Most High is 1,000,000 times more sharper than your sharpest point. Maybe even more, maybe a zillion. But he doesn't think like us. He loves people, but he's not like overly sympathetic like us, because he knows everything about us, about people. He knows everything about us. So when stuff happens to people that do things to other people, he's not like, say, their mother is. Like, their mother is their mother. She looks beyond their faults usually. Like, they could be the biggest dookie bag in the city, and somebody finally get to them, and all their cousins and all their family got their face on the t-shirt, this, that, and the other. You know? And I have family members die too. I mean, I'll be the same way. Like, sometimes I'll be the same way, but I have a little bit more understanding. A lot more understanding than your typical person. And before I get started, as usual, my hands are ashy, and I like to check my face. So, what's going on right now? What's going on? Well, a lot of what you see is the result of intentional placings of chemicals in food and drink that are known by the placers to cause people to go insane. Now I'm going deep. I'm telling you stuff that you didn't know. And this is dangerous. Them foods you like the most, some of y'all need to call me like, what do you think about this? But see, you be too busy underestimating and judging somebody by how they was before the conversion. It's people that's basically going by when I was 12 or when I was 15 in high school, and how I liked it to be by myself. I still do. And you saw me in the hall going to class by myself. That was by choice. And some people will judge you by what they know about you instead of your progress. And it's fair, because some of the things we do, we should have never did it. So it's fair. So they're putting stuff in the food and the drink that they know ain't gonna get everybody, but it's gonna get enough people where the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Where you might not get everybody, but there'll be some deaths. There's people on this earth that are being taught in secret that they are the chosen ones, that they are elite, and we are just peasants. That's just the way it is, you know. And may the Most High protect us from these, because when you start talking about this stuff, it's not it's not always going to go well. So they're putting stuff in the food. I'm sure you already know that. But they're literally buying all the land to grow the stuff that they can take. Another thing. Don't pay too much attention to these wars. Look at death like this. It's going to happen. Prepare for it on a regular basis. Don't fear. It's going to happen. But don't be one of these people who can look at the sky and the moon and the stars and the clouds and think that nobody created that. Don't be that. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Because you're going to miss out for all eternity if you be that person. You don't even have to understand everything. You don't have to be in certain religions, like people try to say. You have to connect yourself by faith, by an inner belief to the Most High God. And let Him teach you. Now, I would advise that you go to this Christian church in the beginning. But look at it like school. Look at it like one day you're going to graduate and you're going to move on to higher knowledge, like the truly saved people do. And some of the truly saved people choose to stay. But they're really limiting themselves, even though the Most High won't hold it against them. You're just not going to be able to teach what He wants you to teach or know what He wants you to know. So, have y'all noticed that everything is more dramatic? Like everything is more, like even what team somebody's going to play on. The publicists, keep them in suspense. Keep them in suspense. That don't work with me no more. All it do is make me want the team to move on from you. Another thing. Have you noticed that I believe partly because of the chemicals, have you noticed an increase in sexually aggressive crimes? Let me tell you something. I had a dream. Here's the dream. This is what happened in the dream. So, every prophet has dreams. So, in this dream, it was a lab. We were in the lab. And they didn't tell us why we were in the lab. But we got in the lab. They were taking us on a tour. And they were basically showing us these chemicals they were producing. And the chemicals they were producing, they were putting it in food. And when the people ate the food, I'm not going to say which food they were putting it in. When the people ate the food, though, they became more sexually aggressive. That's why, if you notice, I keep hearing about women who like people to pull their hair, choke them during activities. And all of this, all of that. I'm thinking like, yeah, that dream was coming to pass. So, as they put the chemicals in the food, people became more violent. They became more sneaky. They became more actually aggressive. They lost their ability to drive. Like they start driving too fast. They start disregarding others in traffic. They became more selfish with their driving. So it was crash. Kind of like on the movie Bird Box. It was crashes. And so when we start figuring out in the dream about what was going on, we were trying to get out. And everybody that knew was trying to run. And some people was getting caught because and this was weird too. This is weird. They were too fast. Like the chemicals were making them even faster, which reminds me, it made me wonder, like I'm not accusing these guys, but if you watch the NFL Combine this year, those guys were flawless. A lot of them perfect routes, catching everything. Fast, like the special, the backs and stuff like that were fast, like 4.2, 4.3, they were fast. And to their credit, it could be done unknowingly and unbeknownst to them, if I'm using the right word. So they could just be at the schools that secretly know, and they putting this in the food. Somebody knows. Because I've watched, man, look, man, my beard is all over the place. That's how I wear it, though. So I noticed this. Like, I watched the NFL Combine since I was little. I've never seen so many people run sub 40-yard dashes. So, it could be just the school. The school could be knowingly or unknowingly having these chemicals placed in the food. And I'm sure you notice, like I've always had drive, like when it comes to those activities. But these people are over the top with it. These guys know that they don't have a pot to PISS in and a window to throw it out, and they'll still impregnate women and more women and more women and more women. It's like it's almost a fetish, like some type of fantasy for them to plant seeds in women. Which goes back to that dream. It goes back to what I'm telling you. They putting it in the chemical. It's chemicals. They putting it in the food. They putting it in the drink. Like, I'm 47 years old, man. And yeah, I get pains and aches, but so do young people. I don't feel 47 like at all. Like, it's gotta be something, man. It's gotta be something that I'm eating that got some hormones or something in it. Because 47 today ain't 47 in 1984. It's weird. So then you have, like, this is what you do. This is what I want you to do. Those of you that go to, like, churches in your communities, that's what I want you to do in closing. Every message that they preach, take the main topic, the main words that they use, and find out what they mean in the English, what they mean in the Hebrew, and can you place 3 scriptures that say the same thing or have the same meaning with what they say? And another thing I want you to do, another assignment for you, I want you to mention and compare how many times your pastors talk about blessing and money versus how many times they talk about losing your soul, going to hell, being cast into the lake of fire when you go to church. It's going to be hard to keep up with. Don't let them see you writing unless you take notes anyway. Just keep it in your mind. I want you to think about that. If the number is 0, talking about hell, talking about losing yourself like a fire, 1 point. Or if the number where he talks about blessing, I'm not going to get into why I'm saying this, Some stuff is not meant to be revealed at this point. When you subtract the times he mentions the lake of fire, hell, if he mentions blessings 13 times more or 40 times more, he's an agent. If the number comes out to 13 or 40, he's an agent. He's on the side versus God, versus the Most High. See, everything, I don't bring everything forward at once. Just trust me on this. Just do it. Little friendly experiment. Just do it. Or if he mentions blessing or building things 13 times. And my phone went dark. Hold on one second. He's an agent. He's a puppet. He's not really a believer. And that's all I'm going to say on this one. This is the truth, man, giving you the truth. The channel is No Matrix. You can't scare me. You can't scare me. I already know one day I'm going to die. You can't scare me. I enjoy life to the fullest. I live life to the fullest and the most righteous life I could live. No simping. Women are not here to be over men. Nothing against them. I respect them. I believe in chivalry. I believe in holding up doors open, this, that, and the other. But their job is to assist, unless you don't believe in the Bible, unless you don't believe in Genesis 2:18, unless you don't believe in Genesis chapter 6 that explains the punishment that the Most High gave them when they went against him. All subjects channel, we're talking about sports, politics, religion, dating, everything. That's our niche here. We talk about everything. So if you just want to hear about one thing, then you'll hear about it from time to time, but you might not be satisfied. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the content. Share the content. Even if you at work, like, watch this. Watch what dude. This some crazy stuff. But thanks for watching.